we are discuss about why and what is data mining. In real world, we have a large amount of data. Daily data is collected. What is the use of this data? What we can do by using this data? We can use this data to predict the future conditions, and we can make the decisions based on this day-to-day collection of the data. In example, in every cricket match, the data is collected. How many times, example, India versus Australia match done, how many times India won, how many times Australia won, how much score is scored by some players. This data is collected and it is used for the further purposes. Whenever the next time India versus Australia match is done, then they recollect this previous data and they can predict the future decisions. Okay, which team can be win or based on these conditions. In the same way, there is a large amount of data which can be daily collected. Okay, by this we can mine this data to maintain the knowledge. Basically, data mining main motto is, or main basic fundamental is, to gain the knowledge from the data. It is also known as the knowledge discovering from the data. KDD, knowledge discovering from the data, is also known as the data mining. We collect this data and we can apply some steps to this data, and we store this data and we convert them into knowledge in this forms of the patterns, or we can analyze data and we can predict the future conditions and we can make decisions based on this data. This is the data mining diagram. First we collect the data from the databases and files. Next we clean and integration. Data cleaning means data have some noisy or some mistakes present in this data. Thus the data is clean, and integration means we can merging the data from different sources. Okay, we can take the data from many sources and we can merge it into single form, and it can be stored in the data warehouses. These data warehouses we can apply the selection and transportation steps. Then we apply some data mining techniques. Then some patterns are evaluated, some patterns are generated. By this we gain the knowledge in the forms of the patterns. Okay, the pattern evolution, and this is the main diagram of the data mining. The main motto of the data mining is to acquire the knowledge from this data. How the data is useful to us, how the data is useful to prediction or future decision making. Example, our day-to-day weather conditions. Everyday weather conditions are recorded, or they can maintain a database and they are stored, converted into, they are applying some techniques, and that data is stored in the data warehouses. By this, based on this data, we can predict tomorrow. Okay, we can predict the future conditions. This is the main data mining concept. First we collect the data from the databases and files. We clean the data and we can store it in the data warehouses. And this transportation, and we can select and transport the data and apply some mining techniques. There are some mining techniques. By this we can acquire some knowledge from the data. This is the data mining. And why and what is why it is used for this data mining? For knowledge. Okay, this large amount of data can be used for the future prediction.